Hey friends, in this video I'll show you how to change the engine oil in a second generation Nissan Xterra. Alright, let's get started. So as you can see, we have a pretty significant amount of ground clearance beneath the car, but I'm still going to put this up on ramps to make the job easier. Alright, so let's see. 229,590, not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, per the service guide, it's supposed to change the engine oil every 3,000 miles or 3 months. And we are going by 3 months. If I use trip 2, we're at about 2,200 since the last oil change. But I'm alright with that given we have such high miles on this engine. Not bad, 229,590. This whole girl is holding up, runs like a top. So what we'll do now is let the engine run and get up to temp. That'll give us an opportunity to put together all the tools that we need to do this job. Not many, just need an oil drain pan, basic hand tools, and of course the new engine oil and engine oil filter. Also going to look for an Amazon box to put under the truck just to catch any oil that is inevitably going to spill out when we do this. So let's go ahead and do that and check and see if the engine is up to temp when we get back. Alright, as you can see, we're up to temp, so we can go ahead and turn the car off and get started with draining the oil. And what I like to do, just turn it off and leave the keys right there with the window down. Window down, so we can reach in if we need to. That way we won't lock our keys out of the car. Alright, under the truck, here's the oil pan, and here's the drain plug. So we just need to undo that and let the oil drain out. First things first, you be you. If you want to wear gloves, wear gloves. I do for safety. Don't let people on the internet bully you. 16 mil. There we go. And just be careful because the oil is very hot. There we go. So now we just need to let this drain. It's pretty black for 2,000 miles, honestly. If you need to move the drain pan, do it. It's looking pretty good. Let's take a closer look at the drain plug. You can see it has a copper washer. We're going to need to remove that and replace it before we put this back on. And just general inspection. I mean, this plug probably is due for changing, but it's still working, so we'll leave it. We don't see any debris or metal. Threads look okay. So I think we're good to go. Let's get that new washer and swap this out. Here's our new oil filter. This does not come with the copper washer, so here's the bag of those. We just need one of these. There's the part number. You do want to have these on hand before you get started. Of course, Murphy's Law, it's 55 degrees, so everybody is out doing work, and there's a lot of background noise. Bear with me. Here's the copper washer. All right, we'll keep this simple. Just use flathead screwdriver and pop this off. Should come off pretty easily. Of course, I probably just jinxed myself. There we go. All right. And we'll put the new one on. Just kind of press and turn. It's not threaded. All right, ready to go. Oil slowed down to a trickle, so we're gonna go ahead and install the drain plug with the new washer finger tight. Always get it started by hand to make sure you don't cross thread. Clean up a little bit of that oil. All right, and we'll just snug it up for now. All right, that should do for now. We'll look up the torque spec in a moment. Now we can move on to the oil filter. Easy peasy. Okay, so access to the oil filter housing is found behind this plate right here. just 2 10 mils. And let's take a look. I see a little bit of oil and some crud right there. So I think we're gonna pop this whole plate off and see what's going on. I think I have a suspicion of what's happening. Let's see if we can confirm that. My advice, work smart, not hard. If you have an electric ratchet, use that anytime possible, save your wrists. You don't need to do this if you're just changing the filter, but I wanna see what's going on behind there. I'm just gonna loosen those. And then I think we have maybe 6 10 mils up here. Now we can just slide it down like so. All right, so as you can see, we've got a little schmoo here. It means we have an oil leak somewhere. I think it's gonna be the filter itself. So let's check out if that hypothesis is correct. So here we are back under the car. There's the oil filter. Should be able to see a little leak of oil right there. That's exactly what it is. So who's the culprit? I'm the culprit. Looks like last time I put the filter on, could have turned in another twist or two to tighten it up a little bit more. So we're gonna definitely do that today. All right, let's remove this bad boy and carry on. Just to be clear, we do wanna move the drain pan forward a little bit so we catch the oil. And let's see, that should be about good. There we go, as expected. Yeah, just to be candid, this filter only has 2,000 miles on it. Probably reuse it safely, but given that it is so cheap and this is one of the most effective ways to ensure the longevity of your engine, we'll just go ahead and replace it. I think these are maybe 13, 15, 16 bucks tops. Probably less. It's been a while since I bought one, since I buy them in bulk, but we'll go ahead and replace it today. Probably not in frame, but there we go. Ah, look at that, frame. All right. And while we're here, one of my favorite things to do, we're gonna do a little bit of spot cleaning. Just get this oil out. We're gonna spray it in a moment, don't worry. Here's our new filter. We'll just lube this up and stick it back on. Rub a little oil in the gasket and put this back on. And I'm gonna give it a little bit of a twist this time since we did have that leak. Now we can really wipe down the area. Do a little degreaser. And start from the top and work our way down. Why? Gravity. Because gravity. Oh, you're darn tootin'. I watched Fargo the other day, so it's still in my mind. Margie, let me fix you some eggs, Margie. Now I'm just going for extra credit. Nice and clean, good for another 3,000 miles. One last twist, that's really snug. So I feel good about that. All right, and we're done. All right, now we can put the the undercover tray back on. All right, and always tighten by hand. And last but not least, these two guys right here. All right, good to go. Let's go ahead and finish the job down here by torquing up the oil drain plug. It's 25 foot-pounds. There we go. To be candid with you guys, I don't typically do that. I just, good and tight's good enough. I'm just doing that for the purpose of this video. So 25 foot-pounds if you're a stickler for by the book. All right, so moving up top, here is our oil filler neck. So we'll just remove that, set it aside. I'm using a funnel because, well, I'm getting older and I don't want to mess. If you can do a free pour, that's great. The engine oil capacity, 5.1 liters. So I think we're going to start with 5 liters and then take a measurement. All right, so 5 quarts of 5W30 to start. Oh, thank God they stopped spreading mulch back there. Maybe we can have 10 seconds of peace. That's good for a start. Smack. All right, let's get a reading and then we can start the engine up. Get over here. Silly goose. Oh, not tall enough. Not tall enough. But we're gonna make it work. All right, hope that's in frame. That looks pretty damn full. So let's start the car, let it run a minute, and then see if that changes. We can top it off if needed, but I don't think we will. We're gonna start her up. Let her run for about a minute, and then check the engine oil level again. Sounds good. While we're in here, I'm going to reset the trip number 2. So I know when the next oil change is due. To do that, I'm just moving over to B and then hold that for a couple of seconds, reset to 0, put it back on A, and we're good to go. All right, she's been running for about a minute. As you can hear, sounds really good. I took the liberty to pull her off of the Rhino ramps so we'd have a little bit easier access when we're checking the engine oil level the second time. And then just a peek down here, no oil leaks. So at this point, we're ready to check the engine oil level and wrap this job up. Our level is good. Well, that is it for the oil change for the Xterra. Of course, my job is not done yet. Last thing, I have to pick up and also dispose of the engine oil. Just a little trick for you guys, since we have this empty 5-quart container, I'm gonna dump the old engine oil into that and then drop it off at the auto store to recycle. Then just need to clean up and we're good to go. That should be it, pretty straightforward. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, take care.